Alright, what's up everybody? Back with another Gems of War video. And this is going to be a pretty simple video. Nothing too in-depth, nothing too advanced. It's going to be helpful for beginners and experts alike. I wanted to show you guys some gem matching tactics that can definitely turn the tide of battle and help you out a lot, whether you're playing an easy battle or a level 500 delve. So we're gonna start out in Sword's Edge. It doesn't really matter what. Whenever I do my Explorer battles, for whatever reason, I always choose Sword's Edge. I'm gonna go straight up to difficulty 12. That doesn't matter, but it makes for a longer battle, so kind of keeps the flow steady. So the board opens up, and we're going to scan very quickly. I don't see any for, extra match moves. And if there are any, it's going to highlight and jump the gems out at you. As you can see, it's highlighting those 3 brown ones. So we have no extra turns. I'm going to cast Leprechaun to go in and get it started. Now, I got a couple extra turns in that explosion, which helped out. But I don't see any in this one. It wants me to grab that skull. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go in and cast my Life and Death. Alright. We're going to look. And I see no other extra turns. So I'm going to cast Tina. Then Queen Beatrix. Alright, here we go. So I was fortunate enough to gain an extra turn off of that. Now we can match these. It's going to highlight it. Alright. Going to cast Queen Beatrix again. Got another extra turn there. Filled up Tina. Now I'm going to just keep on matching these extra turns until I don't see any. Yep, that looks like that's it. I'm going to cast Life and Death. I'm going to grab Tina again, and there we go. Now, I'm trying to hit a longer battle. I already did all my delves for the day, so I can't show you like a level 500 delve, but I'm trying to show you some different situations where we can get an extra turn, and we can also prevent them enemy from getting their extra turn. So, alright, I see a couple of purple ones here to the right. Odin. No bark. No, sir. Cast Life and Death. I don't see any extra turns. It's highlighting those 3 red gems, so obviously no extra turns on this one. And I'll hit that red one. I'm going to throw Tina at him. But after each move, both yours and the enemy, you always want to scan and make sure there's no extra turns. Now, unfortunately, that set it up for him to have an extra turn. That's okay. I still don't see any. Alright, here we go. So there's some brown, there's a couple of green. I'm going to grab the green and the red down here, right in the middle of the board, because I'm going to get those 4 green plus the red. So that's 2-fold. I still have my brown. Cast Life and Death. Alright, so here's a good situation. Finally got one. See how it's flashing the skulls? It wants me to connect the skulls, right? To go and hit a skull attack. Well, instead what I'm going to do is I clicked on that brown skull. You might not be able to see it vibrating, but it's to the left in the middle of the skulls. So I'm going to connect these brown skulls, and that's going to drop down the 2 top skulls onto the 2 bottom skulls. That's going to give me an extra turn plus a skull attack. There we go. Boom. So not only did I kill the enemy, but I got an extra turn out of that. Now these wild card gems, if you hold this here, it should come up what it is, but maybe not. Sometimes they do. Like down in the bottom, if you click whatever, it will tell you what it is. You can see these flashing. The wild card means it can be any mana color, so you can use that for regular matches and for extra turns. Alright, I don't see any here, so I'm going to go and hit Tina. And I don't see any there. Oh, the brown one at the top left. Alright, perfect. Here's another one. Works out great. So, if you see where the blue ones are flashing, they're about center of the screen. Wants me to connect the blue. Right? Well, fortunately, it's telling me to do the correct thing. But if you look, I'm going to get an extra turn from that. Because the purple to the left, I just clicked it, it's kind of vibrating a little bit. If I connect that with the purple on the right side, it's just going to give me the gem match, right? But if I connect the blue instead, it's going to drop the very top purple gem, about center of the screen, straight down 3 slots, and it's going to make an extra turn on the purple. Boom. So that's kind of how that works. So you always want to make sure you're getting your extra turns. Let's keep going on these battles and see what kind of situations we come up with, because there's still 1 or 2 scenarios that we haven't seen yet. But, you know, it's just complete random most of the time, so kind of hard to force it to happen. Nope, I don't see any there. I'm just going to keep exploding until I see one. There's an extra turn at least. Grab my life and death. Hit him with Tina. Nope, no extra turns yet. Nope, none there. None there. I'm going to hit that brown and then... Nope. Oh, they got that extra turn. Go and get Queen Beatrix powered up. And each time they take their turn and I take mine, I'm still double scanning, because every little turn can change the entire board, which can open up extra turns for you or the enemy. If you're not paying attention and they grab an extra turn, well, that one extra turn can lead into 10 extra turns, and then now they got all their spells ready to cast, and you lose. So it's important to stay on top of how this all works together. Alright. Oh, sweet. We got one. Alright, so see, it's flashing the brown down there, right? Well, we're not going to do that. We could, and in this case, I probably would, but for the sake of examples, if you look at the very top of the screen, you have, at the very top on the right side, you have 2 red gems, and then to the left of that, 1 row down, you have 2 red gems as well. So what we want to try to do is find 2 gems that match up on the right side directly below it that are the same color. So we scan down, we have a skull, green, brown skull, skull, green, green skull, and then brown, brown, right? That's going straight down. That's probably, I don't know, 5 rows down. And we're going to match these brown skulls, or the brown gems, I'm sorry, to come down, or rather to make those 2 red gems fall down and connect with the other 2 for an extra turn. And speaking of which, if you look on the left side, see the vertical red gems, the 2 above and then the 2 below. We could connect the brown gems in between those 2 to create a match, and then the top 2 red gems will fall to the bottom 2 red gems, creating an extra turn. So there's a lot of options here, but we're going to go with this. So those 2 red gems connected together to form an extra turn. Now we still have our blue down there. And if you play your cards right, you can sit here and have extra turns for days. You just have to make sure you stay vigilant. So here's another example where it's flashing. This is a 5 match. So you can bring in that outer green on the left side into the L shape to form an extra turn. Now we have that same situation we had earlier with the red gems where 2 were above and 2 were below, 1 row difference. I scanned for that, but unfortunately there's no gems of the same color below that. So we're going to go and grab that extra turn real quick. And here's another extra turn at the bottom, the brown one. Hit Queen Beatrix again. Alright, I see an extra turn over here, the brown. I don't see any other extra turns, so hit Queen Beatrix again. And that looks like that's it for this battle. So, those are just a couple examples there. There's still one more example that I haven't encountered yet in this video, but it's actually kind of rare, and I'm not sure how to explain how it works. It's easier to see it than to imagine it, but maybe next time I see that come up, I'll hit screen record. That way, you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's actually very useful, and it's, I would say, somewhat advanced. All right, we got extra turn match with skulls, purple, brown, skulls, blue, purple. We'll go with life and death. Tina. All right, no more extra turns, so I'm going to go with Queen Beatrix. There's a green extra turn. And that looks like that's it. I'm just making sure I get all my extra turns. That way you guys can see it in action. But that's really the thing that makes or breaks a battle sometimes. I mean, if you can get enough extra turns, I don't condone using goblin teams simply because they're the most annoying team in the game, and I don't respect people who use them. So that's just my opinion. I think they're spam teams, and everybody just copies the same team. And when I don't per se have an issue with people copying other teams, more so I have an issue with you start the battle, you take your first turn, and then you don't get another turn for 15 minutes while the enemy just extra turn after extra turn after extra turn as you watch yourself slowly die. And it's just repetitive and, just redundant. So, alright, so that was the mythic battle. But yeah, that's pretty important to remember about the game, is try to get as many extra turns as you can, or better yet, as many extra turns as you can force to happen. You just have to look very closely. So we have a 5-match vertical here with the purple gems. And no more extra turns on the board right now. Nope, still not. You're gonna cast Beatrix. Oh, so I don't see any. Here's one. Looks like that's it. We'll do one more battle, just for the sake of doing one more battle. Look at the skulls. You just want to make sure you're staying vigilant about looking for extra turns. And sometimes they're going to get away from you, and you're going to say, oh man, I didn't even see that, you know. Then the enemy gets, how do I turn that off? Then the enemy gets kind of like that. I was too concerned with getting that thing off of my screen than I was looking for extra turns. Yeah, it'll happen. Sometimes you won't see an extra turn right in front of your face, and or you say, oh man, I could have did that, and then the enemy gets full mana and then they win. But especially in Guild Wars, you definitely want to be very aware of every little detail during Guild Wars. Alright, so boom, here's a perfect example. See the top right corner? It wants me to match those 3 brown gems. Well, I'm not going to do that. You got 2 above and 2 below on different rows. So, you know, one row above another. So look straight down at the higher brown gems. Go straight down all the way to the bottom. What do you see? 3 purple gems ready to line up and be matched, right? When I match those, the 2 brown ones at the top are going to connect and form an extra turn. Boom. So there was really no extra turn in sight. But because we're aware of these gem matching tactics to get extra turns, it's able to happen because we're making it happen. If we just, most of the time I've realized that the automated like recommendation for what gems you should match, I've noticed a lot of the time they lead you in the completely wrong direction. They'll tell you to match something, and then right when you match it, the enemy gets 14 skull gems, you know, matches, and then you get annihilated. So whatever recommendation it gives me, other than extra turns, I don't even pay attention to what it wants me to do. I've been screwed over too many times by it. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna hop off of here. My phone's almost dead now, so yeah. Anywho, hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Pretty simple, but I think it's a very overlooked feature that a lot of people may not put too much time or focus in, is understanding how matching the gems can really pull you through some of the tough battles in the game, whether it's Guild Wars or a level 500 delve, or, you know, even the third tier of the dungeon battles, or PvP. PvP is a great example. So it can help you pull you through and help you survive those battles when you may have very low level cards, or maybe you don't have certain mythic that would really help your team. But yeah, that should help you guys out. It's 10 o'clock here, So I'm about to head to bed now. Peace out, good night, and we'll catch you later.